Hey, welcome to day 35. Here we are. It is Monday, the beginning of Holy Week. We are off and running, getting this week going. What a week this is. Some of you will be watching this 40-day devotional not during Lent. So you're like, wait, did I miss something? No. I don't know when you're watching this or what day of the week this might be and what it lands on. I'm just glad that you're watching today, but a whole bunch of us, we are going through this during the Lenten season. And day 35, it's Monday. A lot's going on. The triumphal entry just happened, certainly on Sunday. That was Palm Sunday. And now we are beginning and moving towards the cross. Friday is coming, and certainly Easter Sunday is on the horizon. So welcome to day 35. If we haven't met yet, my name is John. I'm so glad that you're here today. At the end of this, if this is helpful for you, we'd encourage you to like it and share it with a friend. That's probably how you heard about it. A friend shared it with you. It's one of the ways that we're getting the word out. What we've been doing is we've been opening up the Bible each day and going through the one-year Bible from our friends at Tyndale, and it offers reading for you every single day. No matter what the day is of the year, you can open up to that date and it'll give you an Old Testament, New Testament Psalm or proverb. Today we're going to be reading from the Old Testament section. And if you have the Bible with you, you can go ahead and open up. We're going to be in the book of Joshua. So this is our reading for today on day 35. It says this in verse 1, Joshua 3, verse 1. Early in the morning, Joshua and all the Israelites set out from, I'm going to let you say that. I'm not even going to try to say this word out loud. And if you're reading along with me, you're giggling right now. And so if those of you that aren't reading along, you're driving, you're like, why is this funny? Well, just go back and open up the Bible for yourself so you can see why it's funny. I'm not even going to say it out loud. We're just going to skip over that word. And went to the Jordan, where they camped before crossing over. Verse 2, after 3 days, the officers went throughout the camp, giving orders to the people. Here's orders. When you see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God and the Levitical priests carrying it, you are to move out from your positions and follow it. Then you will know which way to go, since you have never been this way before. Our mission at Mission Church is to help people find and follow Christ. And it's pretty neat, this Old Testament. You can dig into this a little bit more of what the Ark of the Covenant was, what it represents. And certainly there's a New Testament connection of God who came in the flesh. His name is Jesus. And now you and I, we're not obviously following the Ark of the Covenant. No, we are following Jesus. We are following God. When we're wondering which way do we go, we explore, where would Jesus go in this moment? Would he go to the left or to the right? We follow in his footsteps. This is what is going on. And then in verse 4, it says, then you will know which way to go since you have never been this way, but keep a distance of about 2,000 cubits between you and the ark. Do not go near it. Pretty incredible. And you can dig into this on your own, but it's incredible to see and read of what happens when they didn't follow this. He continues on. This is the part that I want us to underline, highlight, get your highlighters ready. Joshua then told the people this: consecrate yourselves for tomorrow. For tomorrow, the Lord will do amazing things among you. Consecrate yourselves. Mission Church, friends, family, whoever's watching this, wherever you live, whatever church you go to, even if you don't go to church, all right, this is the invitation today. Consecrate yourselves. This is what God's word says. Set your life apart. Consecrate. We're in this season called Lent. And what this Lenten season really is all about is this exact verse. That you and I, we are consecrating ourselves. It's this idea of setting ourselves apart. It's this idea of you and I choosing to live a holy life. You and I choosing to not engage in certain things that we typically engage in during this Lenten season. The way that this often works is we choose to fast from something. And so as we began Lent, the question was, okay, hey, are you going to fast? What's something that you are choosing to lay down? This is one of the ways that we consecrate ourselves. We set our lives apart for the Lord. This is this Old Testament idea, and certainly this New Testament conviction that you and I are to set our lives apart for Jesus, for God to use our one and only lives to advance his kingdom. And so as we began Lent, this was what we were talking about, is around fasting. What are you going to lay down? What are you going to lay down? And now we're in day 35. and we've been laying some things down. I know I have. I've been fasting as well from some things, and the truth is it's been hard. It's been hard, hasn't it? We're used to certain things. Maybe it was chocolate, maybe it was bread, maybe it was social media, maybe it was wine, or maybe it was something. But it's hard. It's hard because we've fallen into patterns. It's become habitual that you and I have run to these things, even subconsciously, looking for relief, looking to escape, looking to comfort. And instead of running to those things in this Lenten season, we're running to God. We're saying, man, those things are not an option. We have laid those things down. Fasting is catalytic for our spiritual life with God. And so we're fasting. And so the question I want to bring us today from our reading is this. I know you're fasting from something. Here's the question. What are you fasting for? What are you fasting for? As we come to an end here in just a few days, day 40 will be here very soon. And you're going to continue on connecting with God daily by reading the Word, connecting with God's people, certainly at church. We'd invite you to come and hang with us. But you're going to continue on after day 40. You're going to have opportunity to continue to practice spiritual practices. We call these spiritual practices. Some call them spiritual disciplines. Fasting is one of those. And I would argue fasting is one of the most catalytic spiritual disciplines that there is. It's when you and I lay something down. As you choose to fast, you have to keep in mind why you're doing it. That's been said before. Simon Sinek said, well, if you lose your why, you will lose your way. And I think that's definitely true as you and I fast. So I don't know what you're fasting from. My question for us today is, what are you fasting for? As we began our Lenten journey together, we said, hey, we're not going to dismiss Lent and we're not going to demand Lent. Let's understand that Lent and choosing to engage in Lent by fasting until Easter, this doesn't save us. A spiritual practice doesn't save us. No, it sanctifies us. It actually helps us live a consecrated life, a life that is set apart to be used by God, a life that is growing in holiness. So this is what Lent is all about. It doesn't save us. No, it sets us apart. It sanctifies us. It consecrates our life. So what are you fasting for? Let's get clear again. You and I are not fasting for salvation. No, we are saved one way and one way only, and that is through the finished work of Jesus Christ. This is why Friday was called and is called Good Friday. This is why we will celebrate Easter Sunday. This is how we're saved. This is so important for you and I to remember. What are we fasting for? It's not for salvation. No. It is, though, however, for you and I to see the inbreaking of God's kingdom in a fresh way. I shared with you guys my prayer for this Lenten season. Very simple prayer. It's the prayer of Bartimaeus. And this is kind of a rewind, or at least a refresh for some of us. For others, it'll be the first time that you're hearing this. My prayer this Lenten season, very simple, Bartimaeus' prayer is this: I want to see. If you ask me, Pastor, what are you fasting for? I would say, to see. I want to see. And what I have noticed is when I choose to engage in fasting, when I abstain, when I consecrate myself, it is amazing how much more I see the amazing things that God is doing in my midst. Isn't this an incredible word from God today, from Joshua? Hey, consecrate yourselves today. Why? Tomorrow is coming and something amazing is going to happen. The question is, will you have the eyes to see it? This is what fasting does. It's hard. It's painful. It's sacrificial. And that is the point, because it opens our eyes to the goodness of God, to the amazing things that He is doing. What are you fasting for? This brings today to a close. If you would, you can like this, you can share this with a friend. I think it is so important, I know for at least me, to remember why I am doing this. What are you fasting for? My answer, it's to see. I want to see, I want to notice the goodness of God in our midst. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow for day 36.